What is up, YouTubers, gamers, fellow hobbyists? Oh, just drag my chair over. Welcome to On the Beach Repeat, the hobby along, paint along series that you put on in the background whilst you're doing your hobbying or painting. Together we get things done, laborious tasks, that kind of thing. I talk about life, the universe, everything else in between. Sometimes even some hobby stuff. So get your glues, brushes, paints, models, whatever you need, and let's get to the bench. Okay, so I'm working on blues. Well, I have been. I'm just switching now to reds, and this is for some of my my Romans. Although that said, I will also need to do some lead belcher on them. So it's a question of what do I do first. I think the lead belcher will be the first thing I do. Just going to shake that up a bit. I don't think there's much left in the pot, so hang on. But let's hope there's enough to get going with this. Yes, there should be, by the looks of things. So that's good. Right, so we're just changing things up a bit here. Alright. I've also got this like prison bars cage thing, whatever you want to call it, to paint. And obviously I'm not going to paint every aspect of it at once, so I'm just going to start by painting the top. And this is obviously, these are, I suppose I could use this in a multitude of ways. I've got others somewhere, and I've got to remember where I put them. I've got to find a lot of miniatures. I've got so much stuff, I can't remember where I've put them. Honestly, it's true. I think they're semi-painted, some of them. Honestly, the truth is I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see. Okay. Well, this is a 3D printed piece, and I wish I had a 3D printer and the space to have one. It's not that I can't have one, I just don't have the space. I would love to, but I can order things online, get someone else to print for me. In most cases, they do a fairly decent job of cleaning up the model too, so fair one. Oh, do excuse me. Terrible sniffles. Do apologise. Alright, come on. So let's get this paint on here. Well, right, so today is Sunday. Went to Blackberry Camp this morning with Dylan, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. It's his favourite place. I've got to say, I think it's mine as well. There's just something magical about the place. If you look at my shorts or my, any Instagram posts, I've got photos or anything of it, yeah, you'll see why. It really is a truly magical place. Get some more. No, I should be using the wet palette, I know, but I don't for these really. Just because I don't. But they do dry out quick, I know. I just find it easier sometimes, just for the sake of being bothered, not to use the wet palette, just to use a normal conventional palette. I can't even find my drying retard. I should really, because it's quite an essential piece of kit. I suspect I know where it is. Okay. Sorry for the silence. I was thinking about Person of Interest, which is a series we're watching at the moment on our TV. It's on Netflix. It's been around a few years, but we're only just watching it now. Interesting thing. It's about government surveillance and using the AI to keep track of people and stuff. Thing is, when it was written, and it was only like 2014, I think, or something like that, it was billed as sci-fi. But now, watching it now, it's like, well, the technology exists for all this, so it feels kind of less sci-fi and more current affairs. You know, man, this paint is really drying out. Really drying out. I suppose it doesn't help I've got a big fan on me as well. Just adding water. Add water to the mix. Any impurities, not impurities, any spots where it's not really covered with the lead belcher that well, I'll just stick some rust effects on there. I think that'd be the best way, or blood. I think blood would be useful for the floor. Excuse me, more in this. Right, okay. So the key here in this weather is to work quickly. Right, yeah, so Person of Interest then. So we're on season 4 at the moment. There's only 5 seasons, so we've got one more season after this, and yeah, it's getting desperate, as it were. The heroes are in a desperate situation. You know, obviously I think they win, come out on top, or live happily ever after, whatever. But things are going to get worse before they get better, right? In any sort of series or anything like that, really. So yeah, got to endure the bad points at the moment. Thinking of rewatching the X-Files again. Now I know it's kind of aged quite badly in comparison to some TV shows, mainly because of the clothing, I think. Well, there's just something about it which doesn't, you know, hold true, but yeah, I think I might. I don't think you can get it on Blu-ray. I'll have another look, but I don't think so. I've got them all on DVD. But DVDs aren't the best quality anymore, are they? Everybody wants at least Blu-ray, if not 4K. So, what do you do? Right, now Vampire Blood next. I'm going to let what I've done dry before I do any more. I'll do some Vampire Blood, I think. So I'm going to shake this up on the shaker, paint shaker. Ready? There we are. The old paint shaker. Vampire Blood. Now, I need is mixing brush. I've ordered myself some mixing brushes to, glue paint on and off and mix them up and that kind of thing. Let's do this gladiator here. What is shield? What? The ends of his shield to be this red colour. And this will be because hides the blood. As he's got this fancy shield, he could be like, a champion or something of that ilk. God, there's far too much paint on there. Alright. These Romans are quite strange, actually. So they're all primed. I like the primer. I don't know, it doesn't I think the primer covers quite well, but this grey primer in particular, it seems to, I don't know, make it a little bit too shiny of a surface for my liking, but as far as primers go, but it does force you to get the right consistency on your paints, at least. It does do that, it does force you to do that. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yes, it's quite thin. I've done it quite thin, so I will probably need a couple of coats, a bit like the blue I did earlier, but yeah. So what's been going on then? Well, I've been doing a lot of videos because I'm on holiday now. Yeah, boy, another week off. Always have the summers off because you might not be around to enjoy them in the future. So, have them off while you can, that's what I say. That's my philosophy, anyways. Yeah. I don't know what this is all about. This I'll just paint in my Romans as I want to, really. Oh dear. Not much up. Let's give her a red leg guard, shall we? Yeah, we'll do that. So I've got the fans going. I've got the ceiling fan going, of course. I've got a fan opposite me. It's a desk fan blowing. So you might hear that. I expect this microphone will pick it up. It might do. It might pick up the seagulls too, because a lot of them around here. Just trying to do this shin guard on his left leg. Anything else? Anybody want red? Anybody want red anything? No, I haven't got any red on him. Yeah, let's try and do a second coat on this shield here. Anybody? Second coat. Right, let's go. I haven't done a on the bench for a while. Largely, well, mostly due to work. A little bit due to heat. It's just too hot. You know, it's too hot. We're all feeling it, you know. Got to make a decision for tomorrow about going to a place called Wildwood. If we go, we have to go early to avoid the main part heat of the day. So alright. He's done. I think we're good to go. Do the other half of his shield. Da 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 da. Yeah. That's done. And I'll do this chappie's round shield in Vampire Red as well. Can't say I'm a fan of the consistency of this red. And there we go. We'll do that. And then we'll leave it there, I think. Probably better off with Mephiston red or something like that. Oh, it's okay. Ugh. While I remember, what are you working on, guys? What's your projects at the moment? Do let me know in the comments so I can read through them. You know I love doing that. Right, let's see what else we've got here. Well, I've got some Jack Bone. That's probably not the best paint to do on a day like today, because these bone colour off-whites, they really dry up real quick in the heat. I'm not sure if I should attempt anything with that. I've got some flesh to do. I've got this villager girl to paint. Flesh. No. I think I would like to paint the flesh on this one. Do I do a darker skin or a lighter skin then? Tempted to do a darker skin, although see what skin tones I've got here. Hang on. Bear with me. Onyx skin. That's just a flat stuff. I'd like a speed paint or a glaze paint if I could. Warrior skin, but it's not really dark, is it? I'm sure I've got dwarven flesh here somewhere. Fire Slayer flesh. Darken flesh. Dark oak flesh. Right, I'm going to try dark oak flesh. This one here. Oh. I'll use my new palette for this one. I'm just gonna dabble it all over. I'm just gonna paint the whole miniature at this stage. Or am I? Try and miss the robes. Yeah, no, I'm going to do it in case so that I don't miss any of the skin. That's quite important, I feel, for this particular model. Yeah, it's a pity Citadel didn't do their contrast paints in dropper bottles, as you need far more control with it. Right. This is interesting. Ooh, let's move it over here. Actually, that's her skin too, so we'll paint the whole leg. That's good. And her face. Good. Now, I realise she's a little scantily clad. Before anybody gets up in arms, she's quite decent though, so I want her... I'm thinking of a love interest for one of my characters in my role-playing game. I want my campaign, I want one of the protagonists, or the main protagonist, to have a love interest. And I just thought, well, ideal. Okay. Alright, so this is a darker skin tone. Looks like it could be quite a beautiful one, which is good. Good. There we are. That's her skin tone done. What are we at? 28 minutes already? Blimey. Haven't done much. Well, think about what I want to do. Let's seriously think about it. I'll need to do some... I'll put her to one side for a minute. I will need to do some blacks. Edges of shields. That kind of thing. Or even full shield. I don't know actually. Oh, what to do. I do want a brown for the skirts on this guy. So I'd like to do that. So I'm going to look for a suitable brown. Bear with me. Blood Tracker Brown. That's the one I'm going with. Blood Tracker Brown. And I'm putting that on the paint shaker as well. So get ready. Ready to rumble! So much easier than doing it by hand. It really is. That's a Blood Tracker Brown. Just going to pop some onto this palette. And then put some water with it because because it's just so hot it's going to dry pretty much instantly. Yeah, so I've ordered some new glooping brushes. I'm happy to say I haven't bought any or got any new ones in years, so this will be quite good for me, I think. Yeah, Blood Tracker Brown. I will of course put some shade wash onto this as well. Usual XF shade type thing. Okay. Do excuse me. I wheeze quite a bit as well. The asthma. You wouldn't think it would happen so much in summertime, would you? But it does. I'm sorry to say it does. Okay. Right. There. That's a brown. Blood Tracker Brown, not bad. I'm going to do his belt strap thing. Right. Okay. Yeah. It's not bad actually. That's not bad. Not bad. To put this on. This guy's robes, I think. Yeah. Don't know what this guy's like. Probably was a gladiator, or still is, but not a very conventional one. Maybe he's a bit more skilled, so he only needs like a stick or something. Sorry, I get lost in my world when I'm painting. But I definitely wanted to make this video so you could paint along. I've already asked you what you're working on, so you know, if you want to put that down in the comments, please feel free. My work's ramping up again, getting busy again. A few weeks of quiet now. That was just the calm before the storm, I think, you know. Loads of work in. So after my holiday, I'll just go in, log in, and just get on with my work, basically. And that's nice, because I won't be bothered. No one will be bothering me or hounding me for anything, so... Yeah, so I decided to paint this guy's robe brown. Why not? Oh, might be too hot to do any hobby this evening. So I might be finishing soon because of the heat, you know. But that's okay, that's cool. I'm nice and cool with my overhead fan and my fan in front of me. It's all good. Right, where's this robe done? Well, it ain't bad. One gladiator, I don't know what he is, to be honest. What is Brownie doing on this dude? I'll do his pouch here, brown. Different shade of brown. Once I've done that, I've put the base coat on that. That's that job done, you know. Won't be doing again. Next thing I'll do is be applying a shade wash. I like this mismatch of painting colours. A bit of this and a bit of that. Hey, maybe that's what I should call this episode. A bit of this and a bit of that, eh? A little bit of this and that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alright. This chap is actually on a pound coin. An old pound coin, so no longer legal tender. So I made him a base out of it. Might as well use it for something. Might as well. Right. Anything else? Anyone else? Anything? we got here? Anything on this dude? No, don't think so. He needs a bit of Agrax Earthshade on his boots as well. I'll put him over there. Any brown need happening here? Nothing I'm prepared to do at the moment. What about here? Not really. Okay. And this chap. I'm going to paint his hooves this brown. He's some kind of monster. Oh, it's not a Metallica song, some kind of monster. Some kind of monster. Discovered you can't do too good an impression of a song on YouTube, else you'll get copyrighted. Right. Did some more uploaded some more videos to one of my other channels today, Pete's Media Reviews, so if you like movie reviews, go on over there, check out the new ones. Always grateful for the views, and they're smaller channels too, so it's all greatly appreciated. There we can have that. That's good. This is hooves done. 44 minutes, right. Might be able to get some Agrax Earthshade. What was he saying about Agrax Earthshade? Agrax Earthshade. Okay. Yeah, get some shade on his boots. Oops, flicked it everywhere. Hate it when I do that. So unprofessional. Don't try this at home, kids. Not unless you want to make a mess, like I just did. There we go. That's that. Okay. Agrax Earthshade. And we can put some Agrax Earthshade. Onto him. There. That's not looking too bad, none too shabby. Let's get some on his head. This is a miniature, this is a metal miniature, this one I think. That. Let's put some Agrax Earthshade onto him. These are all going to be like adversaries for my characters at some point. Sorry about the lizard guy, I just thought I want to paint him now, you know. So, yeah, so I did. Might do the feathers on his quiver, the quivers of his arrows. I might do them a bit more lighter, I think. Right, that's him. Anyone else need Agrax Earthshade? I don't think so. Oh yes, there is. Of course there is. Oh, mysterious Gladiator Championi. Yeah. Okay, well that's him. Sorry again for the silence. I do apologise. We're at 49 minutes. Oh, I've got to take my glasses off because I'm sweating so much. Whew. I think it's time to wash out my brush anyway. Don't think I'm going to be able to do the full hour today, guys. Sorry. I know it's been the case a couple of times. It's just so hot. And, you know, it's making it harder to think for me. But, yeah, anyway. So let's cut back to me and we can talk some more. Here we are. Just so hot. And I'm loving the weather. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely beautiful out there. I mean, it could be a go to the beach in the evening type of day today. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see on that one. But yeah, got some painting done on miniatures, which was quite good, I thought. Not as much as I'd hoped. I forgot. I'll be honest. I truly forgot how quickly the paint dries in the hot weather. I might have to succumb to the wet palette after all. Suck it up. Don't know why do people say suck it up? That gets on my nerves a bit. Suck it up, buttercup. What about if I break your legs and say walk it off, donkey? Well, I don't know. Just feeling it today. Feeling the heat. Crazy from the Heat. There's another album. David Lee Roth, I think it's called Crazy from the Heat. I think it's his first solo album. Crazy from the Heat. I know I've got to put Agrax Earthshade on that Demon's Hooves yet, but let's wait for them to dry a little bit more first. What I'm going to do when I finish this video is I'm going to do some more metallics. I think metallics and golds, that kind of thing. Just general stuff. Bit here, bit there. Every blob of paint on a miniature is a blob of paint less I have to do later. All being well, if I don't mess it up. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Always a big help to me. And hopefully I'll see you on another video. Do remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now. Bye bye.